Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. And I hope you all are doing well at your home. And as you all know that we have earlier studies that the divisibility rules of 2, 4, 3, 6, 5 and 8 and 10 as well and 9 also. So I will just quickly revise all the divisibility rules so that you will go through with it very properly. The first divisibility rule was of 2, and for that we only see, or we can also tell that we can only mark the unit place of that. After marking, just check it that the unit place is 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0. If any of the number is there from that, it means that number is divisible by 2 completely. Okay, you don't need to divide that number and check it that whether it will be divisible or not. If any number has 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its unit place, it means that number is divisible by 2. Then next we did the divisibility rule of 3. What it was in that? Remember we did it that if you take all the numbers, like whatever is given in the question, if you add all the digit of that particular number, let's say if a number is 3, 4, 3, 2, suppose. So you have to add 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. Okay, and after adding this number, you have to check that the sum of the digits of that particular number, when you are taking it, what it is giving you. Either it is giving you a number which is divisible by 3 or not. After taking out this sum, if the number is divisible by 3, it means that particular number is completely divisible by 3 as well. Okay, then we did the divisibility rule of 4. What was there in that? For divisibility rule of 4, you just need to mark last 2 places of particular number. Okay, last 2 places. Now the number formed by taking those last 2 digits, you have to just see that whether that number which you have marked, that number is divisible by 4 or not. If that number is divisible by 4, it means that complete number, it will be divisible by 4. You don't need to check that for complete number now. Okay, then one more thing I told you also for divisibility rule of 4, that you have to check that the number which is given in the question has last places pair of 0 or not. Like if any number has 2 zeros at the last, or you can call it pair of 0 at the last, it means that number is completely divisible by 4. For example, 2400, 2400. For example, 320000. It means 2 pair of zeros are there. It means you have pair of zeros at the last, 2 zeros if it is there. It means that number is divisible by 4 completely. Then we did divisibility rule of 5. If you must be knowing, divisibility rule of 5 was very easy. That if a unit place of a number is either 0 or 5, it means that particular number will be divisible by 5 completely. You just need to check that the unit place of that particular number is either 0 or 5. Then we did divisibility rule of 6. For divisibility rule of 6 means, beta, you have to first check the divisibility rule of 2 and 3. Like if any number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, I am telling you, it should be divisible by 2 and 3 both. If it is divisible by 2 and 3 both, it means that particular number will be divisible by 6 also. I told you the reason as well that why it happens, because 6 is equal to, we write 2 into 3, that is 2 3s are 6. So if any number is divisible by its factors, it means it will be divisible by that complete number also. So remember, for divisibility rule of 6, you just need to check the divisibility rule of 2 and 3 for that particular number. If it fulfills both, it means that number will be divisible by 6 completely. Then we had done divisibility rule of 8. In divisibility rule of 8, we did that you have to mark last 3 places of that particular number which is given to you. Last 3 places, after marking last 3 places, you have to check that what is the number formed by last 3 places. Okay? After seeing that, for example, if I give you example here, suppose a number is 46825. This is a number. So for what you need to do, you just need to mark all three places of last three places. After that, you have to check that what is the last three places. It's 8, 2, and 5. Now just 8 to 5 means the number formed by 8 to 5 is 825. You have to start from here. So it's 825. Now you have to check beside that this number 825 is divisible by 8 or not. If it is divisible by 8, that means the number which is given to you will be completely divisible by 8 as well. Then next we did the divisibility rule of 9. What was there in divisibility rule of 9, beta? It was there that you have to take, just similar to like 3 only. You have to just take the sum of the digit of that particular number. If I talk about, for example, if I talk about this particular number only, then you have to do 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 2 plus 5. Now you will take the sum of all these digits, 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 2 plus 5. After adding this all, you have to see that whether the sum which you have got it from taking the digit sum, you have to see that whether that sum is divisible by 9 or not. Okay, just in three divisibility test, what you were doing? You were checking the sum by 3. You were checking the divisibility by 3. The same thing you are doing it for 9 now. So this time you will take the sum of the digit as you did it in class in divisibility rule of 3. After taking the sum, you have to check that that sum is divisible by 9 or not. If it will be divisible by 9, that means that particular number will also be divisible by 9. Then next we did the divisibility rule of 10. 10, I can tell you that is the most easiest divisibility rule. You just need to check that the unit place. Okay? If unit place of that particular number which is given for checking, you have to just see that whether the unit place is 0 or not. If the unit place is 0, that means that number will be completely divisible by 10. Because you all are knowing, when you talk about the table of 10, you get all 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like that. It means the multiples of 10 are having 0 in its unit place. So it means divisibility rule of 10 is very simple. Now you must be knowing, we have also revised all the divisibility rule just now. Now let me take you through with the divisibility rule of 11 today. Okay, it is just little complicated. That is why I am making a different and a separate video for divisibility rule of 11. Let's go through with it, that what is divisibility rule of 11. Now students, we are doing that divisibility rule of 11 as you all are knowing about it. So the first step for checking the divisibility of 11, I have taken this number 70169308. This is the question from your NCERT exercise 3.3, in which this question is from that question number 4D. So it's 4D. Now what you have to do after taking the number for which you are checking the divisibility rule, you just have to mark number places. Places means you are knowing, always we count the places from the back side, that because it is ones, tens, 100, then 1000, then 10,000, then lakh, then 10 lakh, then crore. It comes. So what we need to do, we will give the name of the places, or we can call it the mark the number of the places. For example, this is the first place when you count. This is the second place you count. This is the third place you count. This is the fourth place you count. This is the fifth place you count. This is the sixth place you count. This is the seventh place you count. This is the eighth place you count. Okay? I'm just telling you in a very normal manner. Just once try to understand this. Now, as you all know, which numbers are the even number from it, which numbers are odd number from it. For example, I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about these places. I'm talking about these places, that which places are even places, which places are odd places. Now look at here. One, odd number. So always remember the first place is the odd place. Second one is even, then odd, then even, then odd, then even, then odd, and then even. Remember, beta, we are not talking about this number is even or not. I'm talking about the places, that which places are even places, which places are odd places. For example, always remember the first place, because first place is always the odd place, because this is one means odd number, two means even number, three means odd, four means even, five means odd, six means even, seven means odd, and eight means even, which you have already done. Now, after marking this, it will become very easy. Okay? Now, what you have to do? You have to take the sum of the digits on odd places, and one more time you will take it, the sum of the digits on even places. Now let me explain you this. How? For example, if you talk about the first part, sum of the digits which are written in odd places. Now look at here. We will not see everything. We will just see the odd places. Now I am rubbing this because you will not get confused from it, because this I was telling you only for knowing it. Now I have written this. Now look at here. Odd places, what we have, beta, the first one we have is 8 plus. Second one, odd, we have here 3. Now the next one in odd place we have here 6. The next one we odd here is 0. Now you have to take the places first, which are even, which are odd. After that, you have to see which digit is placed on even place or odd place. Okay? So I have taken it here, this. Now I have taken this one and written in the form of addition. Now let's see which are the numbers, or which are the digits written on even places. Okay? Now let us see even places. Now which are the even places, beta? Now look at here. For even, the first number is written here 0. Second number is written here 9. Then third number we have written here as 1. And then the next number written here is 7. Okay? Now what we have to do? Just take the sum from it. Now I am taking the sum from here. You can see 8 plus 3, 11. 11 and 6 will be 17. So I'll write it down here, 17. Then the next thing is 9 plus 1, 10. 10 and 7, 17. Now we have got 17 and here also 17. Now the last step, I'm talking about the last step. Remember, when you do the sum of these two things, you have to take out the difference from these two. Difference means the difference of sum of the digits on odd places and sum of the digits on even places. Now you can see here 17 has got, we have also got here also 17. So 17 minus 17. What you have to do? 17 minus 17, you are knowing what will be there? Difference will be 17 minus 17, and you are knowing 17 minus 17 gives you 0. So always remember, when you talk about the difference, if the difference is 0, 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, yeah, any of the multiple of 11 which you get in the table of 11. That means that given number which was given in earlier only, that 70169308, that number will be also divisible by 11. Okay, so let me go through with the quick recap of these steps. The first step is you have to just mark the even and odd places from back. Okay, that which places are even odd like this. So first place will be starting by odd, because you are knowing the first place is for 1. 1 means that is odd. So odd, even like this. You will give the places name, that odd, which are even. After that, you have to take out two things: sum of the digits on odd places, and then sum of the digits on even places. After taking out the sum, you have to just find the last step, that is difference. Okay, difference of both the things, the sum of the digits on odd places and sum of the digits on even places. After finding the difference, you have to check that the number which you are getting in difference is 0, 11, 22, 33 or any of the multiple of 11. That means that particular number will be divisible by 11 completely. Now students, let us try one more question for checking the divisibility of 11. This question also, which I took it, you can see it, it is written here on the board. This question is also taken from the book of NCERT only. Same from question number 4. Now let us understand the same process which we did it right now by another example. Now, if you see this, the first step which I told you, that is just you have to mark the places. Now you are knowing that the first place start from odd, second one is even, odd, even, odd, even, odd and even. Okay, the first thing which I did it now. Now the second thing was the sum of the digits on odd places. Now let us see what is the sum of odd places. Now I am writing it over here. Odd places, you will get it 1 over here, then 0, then 0, then 0, then 0, then 0. It means you have all the places like 0 only. Okay, see this. This is 1, this is 0, this is 0, this is also 0. It means 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, that will give you only 1. It means when you will add this number, it will give you here 1. Now let us take sum of the digits on even places. Okay, now let me tell you for the sum of even places. Now even places, see this 0, 0, 0 and last one is 1. It means 0, 0, 0 and the last place is 1. It means what you need to do, just take the sum again. So this will also give you 1. So now you can see here that you have got the sum of the digits on odd places is also 1, even places also 1. Okay? So when you have to find out the difference, you are knowing we find out the difference of these two. So we have 1 here. This is also 1 here. So 1 minus 1 will give you here 0. Now, as the difference is 0, it means this particular number which was given in the question, this particular number will be divisible by 11 completely. This particular number, okay, will be divisible by 11 completely. Okay, now remember students, for divisibility test of 11, you need to just practice it for twice and thrice. Because for remembering this divisibility rule, you have to follow the steps correctly. Okay, the first thing which is the confusing step is only to mark this. Okay, so remember the marking should be odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. Okay, you can do it like this. Why it's odd? Because that again I'm telling you, don't see this, it is written 1, that is why odd. No, it is not like that. It is just, this is the first place because you start counting always from the beginning. Okay, so this is the first place, so that is why first means 1. So 1 means you are talking about the odd one. So this is odd, then even, then odd, even like this. Then the second step, after marking the places, you have to take the sum of odd places, sum of the digits of odd places, then sum of the digits of even places. And after that, you have to find out the difference of both. Okay? If the difference is 0, 11, 12, 11, 22, 33, that means that particular number will be divisible by 11 completely.